Welcome. Hope you guys are well. Let's quickly look at the crash index 1000. Starting from the weekly chart, you can see that we've been quite bearish for some time. As you can see, this particular portion there, it's a mini nice downtrend. Of course, this is going to show nicely on lower time frame. Should we transition there, you can see the moving average actually pointing down. So you can see this green line pointing down, this one as well pointing down. So I'm using the 55 exponential moving average and the 21 exponential moving average. There's a whole video that I've recorded before on that. Go ahead and check that. You'll be able to understand how you can actually use these two moving averages together. Okay, so the daily, yes, super bearish, and you can see that the previous structural, let's say, high that we can sort of lean on, it's this one, or we can take this previous low, which is almost around where the 21 exponential EMA is. Okay, so we're a little bit away from structure. Okay, if we're to look at that, alternatively, you could look at maybe a trend line of some sort. Same thing, if when we speak about confluence, maybe let's say this is our zone somewhere around that point, or maybe you can pick this particular green candle there as you structure. Those who are part of my course, you should know how to draw zones by now. Okay, so as soon as this thing hits there, we know that these guys are actually selling. Okay, so sellers are waiting up there. Remember, sellers, they reside high. You want to sell high, so the highest reference or frame of reference, it's gonna be this particular guy around that, and the trend line together, they are sort of in sync. Okay, together with this region here, the shaded region between these two moving averages, obviously it's going to give us some sort of dynamic resistance structure. So that's for those who want to sell. However, buyers could look for a different thing by sort of waiting for a trend line break, this trend line, or a trend line that is running inside this particular move. Okay, we're going to see that as we move lower. Let's go to H12. You can see on H12, yes, and the moving average, it's quite closer on that one. If we go to H4, it's probably broken around that. Yes, it is broken around there. The more you backtest this sort of moving average, the better the chances of you understanding how they work on different time frames and how you're gonna sync that. So if you are looking at it from H4, you can see the H4 trend line, downtrend to be specific, it's currently broken. You can see broken, and this is a nice quick retest. Okay, the 55 EMA, which is this green line, is not yet broken. So but this could be a transition phase. Remember, the trend line break plus retest is equals to what? Can anyone guess? If you've been with me for a very long time, you should know what this gives us. What does it give us? I'm gonna wait. If you know, hit the like button. Okay, that at least 80% of the times it gives us the head and shoulder pattern. It gives us head and shoulder. All right, that's how they form. They form from trend line breaks and retest. So you can see that one can say that I'm looking at this, maybe this particular guy as a head and shoulder, because this is a trend line. It was broken, and we are sort of we had a mini nice retest there. Okay, so if you take this as your left shoulder, this as your head, and then a break, and then a retest, this will be our right shoulder. So this could be a transition phase for the crash 1000 index. We're most likely to see it pulling away because it actually broke out of this down trend here. But then remember, the daily trend haven't yet been violated. So if we go back to this one, you can see that on daily, if you move a trend line like that, it's still a little bit far. But within that downtrend, there's a series of downtrends, and one of those is the H4 downtrend, which was sort of indicated by this particular trend line. So the H4 downtrend have been violated. We've seen buyers the past couple of days, they pushed up to break this sort of mini downtrend there, but they haven't yet violated the daily downtrend. But as soon as one can actually get trades down here on H4 or maybe H1, they can easily hold up until the daily, it's actually broken. Okay, from structural perspective, obviously around that point we're sitting at some sort of support there. As you can see, price, this was the previous low. If we go back to highlight that particular point, so it makes sense for one to actually buy this particular region back to the upside. However, if you're more conservative, you might want to wait for the daily sellers to be violated. The H4 sellers have been violated since we are seeing a break here, and you can see that these buyers are actually emerging from this green zone that we've marked on weekly. So they've actually managed to break out of this, and we could see price heading up just like that. If it goes sideways, yes, that is also possible. We could easily go up just like that. Okay, so if we move lower to another time frame, you can see that on this specific time frame right here, we are all can easily see this retest phase, which is this particular portion there. One might say, my account is not very good for me to actually take it on H4. How about I wait for it maybe to play around this portion round somewhere there so that I can hide my stop there and be able to swing it? Yes, that is possible, but chances are it might not go back to that particular point, and you can see that it's sort of giving us a weird bottom. Okay, so it's almost like it's I cannot say it's a rounded bottom. This is not a rounded bottom, definitely not a rounded bottom, but we are seeing that head and shoulder nicely in 3D. Okay, yeah, of course in 2D. I don't know why I said 3D. Yeah, you see, you must pray for wind. You must pray for wind. Otherwise, if you like this video so far, make sure that you hit the like button so that I know that you like the content. Okay, and also drop a comment if you'd like me to do, or maybe look at other assets as well, maybe the V75, let me know, the V100, let me know. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe if you are new. Check out the Telegram channel. Check out the free Telegram channel there. I could post a whole bunch of content there in the next couple of days, so do check out the Telegram channel. Otherwise, this is just that maybe another person could be looking at it from this trend line to say, okay, since the H4 trend line have been broken, I would like to ride this one. Okay, buy the dips on this one, and this is now currently the dip. The previous low obviously is just gonna be this one. All right, so if you want to ride this one to the upside until you break the daily, you can see, yes, the daily there. Until you break the daily, I hope you understand what I'm trying to explain in combining the two. You can, now that you broke this one, a new one is forming, which is this one. So one could be looking to ride that one to the upside, which is which makes sense because that transition actually took place. The break took place here. So obviously a new thing is being created to the upside just like that. So if we want to break this daily one that I have, this is the H4 one. If we want to break this daily trend line, we need to sort of create a new one that is going to allow us to move in that direction, in that fashion. Okay, so this is one of the trend lines that you can actually use. This validated, this point validated as well, so you can simply more that one. Okay, because we've already violated this one, so chances are we're going to continue to the upside. Stop losses for whoever that buys, depending on how tight you are. Stops obviously have to go down here. If you're more of a conservative swing trader, stops needs to go down, maybe down on this previous low, especially when you're looking at it from the H4 angle. Yes, stops needs to go a little bit lower. Otherwise, if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. My name is Wendy. Drop a comment as well. Let me know if you like this content so that I can be motivated to do more content for you. Otherwise, sharp sharp.